We want to determine the equations of the asymptotes from the graph. Notice the asymptotes are already graphed for us in red. A vertical asymptote is a vertical line that a graph approaches but never crosses. Notice both pieces of the graph approach this red vertical line and never cross it. This is the vertical asymptote. Notice this vertical line intersects the x-axis at -1. In fact, every point on this vertical line has an x-coordinate of -1, which is why the equation of the vertical asymptote is x equals -1. Also notice, as the graph approaches x equals -1 from the right, or as x approaches -1 from the right, the y values or function values decrease without bound and approach -infinity. And as the graph approaches x equals -1 from the left, or as x approaches -1 from the left, notice that y values increase without bound, and f of x approaches infinity. A horizontal asymptote is a horizontal line a graph approaches. It is possible for a function to cross a horizontal asymptote. In our case, notice both pieces of the graph approach this red horizontal line. This is the horizontal asymptote. The horizontal line intersects the y-axis at 2. In fact, every point on this horizontal line has a y-coordinate of 2, which is why the equation of the horizontal asymptote is y equals 2. Notice as the graph moves to the right, or as x approaches infinity, f of x or y approaches 2. Similarly, as the graph moves to the left, or as x approaches -infinity, again the y value or function value approaches +2. I hope you found this helpful.